Hey, welcome back to Midweek Desperate Sex Lives at 3 and 1. We hope that you're tuning in on Sundays as well to get that, because this past Sunday we talked about marriage and we talked about light my fire and the real F word. Oh my gosh, yes. So we'll get there. One of the scriptures we focused on was from Colossians in chapter 3, verses 12 to 14. So I'm reading from the NLT if you're looking to match that up. Since God chose you to be holy people that he loves, you must clothe yourselves with tender-hearted mercy, kindness, humility, and gentleness and patience. Make allowances for each other's faults and forgive anyone who offends you. Remember, the Lord forgave you, so you must forgive others. Above all, clothe yourselves with love, which binds us all together in perfect the harmony. Well, to zero in on that marriage thing, I want to bring to your attention an author. Her name is Pam Farrell, and she's written a couple of books, and she says in her books, the one is called Red Hot, the Monogamy, and the other is 52 Ways to Wow Your Husband. These are Christian-based books, folks. They are. And she says, I give you over 200 red hot the ideas and one idea a week to make this your and his best year ever. Now, we all know there's lots of euphemisms for sex and romance and all, but red and hot and fire are all part on it. You know, we have songs, Come On Baby, light the Light My Fire, said Elvis would have lit us up with Hunka Hunka Burning Love. All of these songs are in there. So Ms. Farrell says that she and her husband Bill, they say in their book in Red Hot Monogamy that sex was God's his secret long before it was victorious. So the Red Hot romance, she says, does not only have to be a once in a lifetime Hawaiian vacation, it can be hot at home. And she continues, consider this acronym for HOT, H-O-T, and fan the flames to set your heart and your husband or your wife aflame. H is for hear my heart. In other words, romance is personal. Learn love languages. Work together to find out what it is that is making your spouse attracted. Maybe your love has wanted to experience something unique. I mean, she goes on to say romance, to dress up like your first date, even encourage you to go to the thrift shop and try to find clothes from the 70s, the 80s, or the 90s. I'm not sure that works in my house, but that was there. Said recreate a newlywed day. She offers you to park in your own backyard and create your own lover's lane. Now, some of us, of course, never went out and did that parking thing, and our younger folks would say you'd never go do that because it's dangerous. She offers a rescue dinner. Eat someplace different in your home, in front of the fireplace. If you have access to your rooftop, how about there? Or on the patio or the balcony or in the attic. In the attic, she says. I again, not so sure that's what I want to do. She says, create a rendezvous. Literally create a luau in your own living room. Borrow some plants, some island music, and maybe even a Hawaiian shirt. In other words, though, folks, if we are going to make our marriages last, we have to work a little. The second letter in the acronym is O, and it's to offer to lower his stress, and I'll add his or her stress. It says, when men were surveyed for their book, Men Are Like Waffles and Women Are Like Spaghetti, they noted and they found out that what is romantic to men, for them, is a woman who will make their life easier. Well, that goes both ways. And I would disagree with them in this. And I would tell you that there are times that I know, because I work in a home office, then my wife comes home and I need to help reduce her stress when she comes home. But the point is to lower each other's stress. Get us away from the daily rat race to bring us together. Farrell even recommends maybe we could kidnap our spouse and take them on a romantic rendezvous, whether it's dinner or whatever. If we have kids, get someone to watch the kids. Go out of your way to make that. To bring them breakfast in bed on a day and maybe offer to spend the whole day there. No reason you can't draw a bubble bath and have it followed by a spa-like event for just the two of you. So together, Pam says the last one is T, is to take your time to romance me. And I think that's true, men or women. Number one, she says, was to relax. Second time we've heard relax. Relax, to sit in front of a fireplace in each other's arms. I'm not much into reading poems, but some of you are really good at that, and reading poems to one another. I could be into flipping through a photo album, the album, and just relaxing. Second, she says to recount, creatively remind your spouse why you love them. Use everyday items to send a unique the message, whether it's a candy bar or a Post-it note or whatever it is, and make a note about it. Yeah, I know, guys, it sounds tough at times, but sometimes we have to work at these things. We continue and go on with all of this. The second point, though, I wanted to highlight from Sunday is that we learned what the real F word was. And if you figured it out in the scripture, F word is forgiveness, also known as grace. In our marriages, I'm not sure we give enough forgiveness and enough grace. In fact, I think we reduce forgiveness and grace in our marriages more than we do to other people. Yet I would dare say our society could go a long ways in offering a little forgiveness and grace to everybody instead of believing their way or the highway was right. But there is no room in a marriage for a grudge. It doesn't mean that one party gets away without discussing it. We need to sit down and discuss the hurt that we caused, but then we have to be willing to forgive and move on because we pledged to keep that marriage the only one, and our goal is to keep it hot and to forgive and support one another. Said Pam Farrell would call that true red hot the monogamy. Thanks for stopping in. We'll see you next week.